First and foremost, I want to thank, you guys, because without you, it wouldn't be us. And, good afternoon to everybody in attendance. And I want to give thanks to Druid Heights Community Development Corporation. It's been around for 36 years. This organization's been around for 36 years, doing everything that they need to do in the 21217 and Baltimore Broad. And I also want to give a thanks to DTLR, who took the time out of their busy schedule to provide us some food, so that after But most importantly, I want to give a special thanks to the young men that we are blessed to honor today. Right. Let's give these young men a round. Person that's sitting behind the pole that we can't really see is Mr. Lawrence Gillis. Mm-hmm. Mr. Lawrence Gillis is the gentleman who I talked to about 3 years ago about a program because my son was at his office. In fact, me and my wife. Mr. Gillis is the area director for the Department of Juvenile Services who opened the door for us to begin to even receive you young men so that we can provide services for you guys. So we want to give a shout out. I know that a bunch of, you young guys, that I've had the opportunity to preach to teach to. I know y'all in your mind, you're ready to go into one of his speeches, but today I want to take this opportunity to speak to your essence, man. I want this message to play and to replay in the shadows of your minds, right? I want you to be able to use this message as a roadmap to help the functionings of the interworkings of your mind, so that you can do better and be better. What I want to talk about today are the famous words that were found in the Egyptian temples, in the Egyptian proverbs. Know thyself. Mm-hmm. Know thyself. One of the concepts that the Egyptians held was that man was the microcosm of the universe. This is the reason that our ancestors said in our Egyptian temples, know thyself. This was the Egyptian spiritual aspect that man is the divine essence of the Creator in the heavens. And that the kingdom of heaven is within you. And whosoever shall know himself shall find it. I know that everybody's probably like, what am I talking about? Why am I going here? But what I want to talk about is how I want us to be able to understand what it means to know yourself and how it can benefit you. Ever since the beginning of time, humanity has been looking everywhere and under everything, and even on other planets, to better understand who they are. And in most urban communities, we take it to another level. In part because of our disconnect from our original culture particulars. We have decided to take it upon ourselves to better define who we are through the latest and hottest trends. I often hear, not only you guys, but I hear it throughout the city, quoting Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Lil Boosie, Drake, and more than ever, I see throughout the city the latest styles. The Adidas, the New Balance, the Polo, the True Religions. But as I see this, I also see more and more of our young people getting so caught up in what's hot in the latest fashions that we're moving even farther from really defining who we are. Billions of dollars are made from our desire to be a part of the hottest and latest trends. And at the same time, young people around the nation are moving farther and farther away of a sense of morality, a sense of dignity, a sense of sensibility, a sense of pride, and a sense of urgency to be and do better. In our latest evaluation, I talked about the fact that a lot of our young people have no clue that your lives are on the verge of non-existence and uselessness. The Asians and Mexicans and every other ethnicities are coming to this great United States and are taking a great deal of the opportunities that belong to you. They're taking them every day. In a minute, we're going to be knocking on the door asking them for employment. We're moving so far away from education that they're getting the education. They're competing. And we're steadily falling behind. You know, there's an age-old adage that says that the best thing in the hands of a fool may be turned to his destruction. And out of the worst, the wise will find means of good. You know, young people, this is our time, man. You know, in a 10-month tracking period, we have met 57 of you young brothers. And we kept a roster of 30. You know, the signing in, calling every day, me calling you James, me calling you Savante, me calling you Nate. All of that was for a reason. We don't just get up and do this, you know, just, you know, for the sake of just doing it. You know, but at the same time, we got to track it. But the most interesting thing is out of 30 of you young guys who we have kept a roster of, only 8 of you have been rearrested and none of you have been convicted. That's huge. And that's a beautiful thing, man. But knowing yourself and understanding the benefits should be knowing how to use your freedoms, knowing how to use your free will, you know, knowing how to use your free mind, knowing how to use your free time to better prepare for your future. Because the future is yours. You know, I once heard that the world was an oyster. It's yours. It ain't nobody else's. Nothing is restraining you. This is your world. You know, wise people around the planet, man, are charting their course. They're charting their course right now. You know, they're trying to figure out a way to be one step ahead and leave you 10 steps behind. So what we need to do is figure out ourselves so that we can stay in tune with the step, so we can be ahead, you know, and help those instead of leaving them, but help those that are 10 steps behind. You know, so I want to give a shout out to Trayvon, because he brought Rob. He ain't leaving nobody behind. He brought Rob to this program. You know. Same level of commitment that all of you have shown. You know, we want you guys to use that same level of commitment and turn it into concentration as a means to commit to accept your weaknesses. It is what it is. You got to accept it. You know, you got to accept your shortcomings. It is what it is. You gotta accept what it is about you that you know, constantly causes your conscience to repose upon you, that limits you. It is what it is. You know, accept them and commit to yourselves to want better and do better and be better at anything you set your mind to do. Be better at it. It's not hard, it's just doing it. You know, a wise man once said that the ground must be prepared before corn can be planted. The potter must build his furnace before he can make his porcelain. Guess what? Young people, the ground is fertile. It's fertile right now. The ground is fertile. The furnace has already been built. It's already been built. The footwork and the roadmap has already been laid out for you. And as I said in the outset, other ethnicities are coming here in these great United States where the ground is fertile and the furnace has already been built, and they're molding their future and they're planting their seeds and they're building their lives. We got to do the same thing. The same thing. The same thing. You know, one thing that we need to do is to, number one, I used to hear this quite often, we got to take the cotton out of our ears and put it in our mouth. That's what we need to do. We need to take the cotton out of our ears, put it in our mouth, Robert, and stop acting like we know. And listen to the people that mean you some good. Listen to the people that mean you some good. See yourself in the stories that you hear. Ask yourselves questions when you see the old man in front of the liquor store, you know, or in front of the bar. Think about how he got there and how his life was before alcohol. Think about that, you know, anytime that you see something, you know, or somebody that's living a life that, you know, it's indifferent to what the standards are, question. Like, wow. You know what I mean? But it's all about taking the time and slowing down enough to pay attention to take in what we see and hear. You know, but in closing, I want to give you guys some tools, right? Because it's all about knowing thyself. It's all about knowing thyself. I want you guys to start using the 5 W's in every decision that you make. With every decision that you make, use the 5 W's. And the 5 W's are who, what, where, why, and how. I said the 5 W's, but I meant to put H in my wife. It was like, you should. You know, but, and this is how you use it. Before you smoke a cigarette, ask yourself, who died from it? Right? What caused them to die from it? Why did they start smoking? Right? How can I not end up like that? So every decision that you make, you know, before you make that decision, apply those strategies. You know, so you can begin to think about the full circumstances and see the broader picture. You got to see the broader picture. We can no longer make decisions that are not well thought out. And so far, you guys have proven that you're not making decisions that are not well thought out because you wouldn't be here. So take this opportunity and be proud of yourself. But just add those strategies when you come to an obstacle and you need to think about some things, or you have some stuff that those shoestrings trying to get you into, right? Use those strategies. How, what, when, where, and why. I guarantee you, if you use those strategies, that you're going to better know who you are and that you're going to want to do better and do better. I guarantee you. But let's give out some awards. Let's do that. So I'm going to bring this attorney back.